Good afternoon. I want to share a quick story. This one a little bit personal, I guess you could say. Um, about what it's like to live with a mental health issue or have a mental health issue. Um, in my situation, it's been borderline personality disorder, and for a long time, and I could never, ever figure out what was wrong with me. I would just constantly just do these self-sabotaging things. There was drugs, it was partying or women or drinking, fighting, all these things. Everything I could think of to set myself back, I would do. And a term that I use frequently is there's comfort in chaos, and the reason why, because everything's predictable, so you know what's coming. And even with somebody with borderline personality disorder, they're hypersensitive. They have an extreme fear of rejection, extreme fear of abandonment. Their self-image is really low. Their self-esteem is low. They're constantly hot or cold. There's no moderation, and it's really frustrating to live with, and it's frustrating to work. It affects your career, it affects your life, it affects everything. And one of the best things that ever happened to me was to actually go get help. And when I did, my life changed, and it changed in a major way. All of a sudden, I could start seeing the things going on around me that really didn't no longer fit me or who I thought I was during those times of confusion. And as a result of it, I made a lot of life, changing decisions, and all for the better this time. And instead of self-sabotaging, I started building myself up. My self-esteem started going up. My self-confidence started going up. And I've just dedicated my life to being transparent about my challenges and issues, so others out there, particularly men, you know, to go get help. Don't wait until your wife, threatens you, to divorce you, sort of like what mine did. She told me, she gave me an ultimatum: either go get help or else. And I loved her enough, and love her still, obviously, to do something. And even though it was painful, it was embarrassing, it was humiliating, I was in such a chaotic state of mind. It took the psychiatrist almost 4 months, just to calm me down enough before she could even begin doing what she's supposed to do. So I understand how hard it is. I understand how challenging it is, but I want to be a source of inspiration for you, and I want you to know that you can overcome it. And guys, stop being hard. You don't have to be tough and macho all the time. Go get help. Get yourself put together so you can be there for your kids and for your wife and for your family, your co-workers, your friends, all the people who look up to you. Take care of you first. Hey, this is Ivan. I'm a men's coach. Love y'all. Peace.